we're live. Wow.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you.
Oh,
no,
okay.
we're going to continue though.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to put you crazy on the spot. This is actually kind of pretty fucked up of me.
Oh no.
We're starting on a horrible note.
Okay.
So
but we already have a few times started on
Oh
that
no,
note.
I know.
Yeah,
We've been gossiping for the past 20 minutes. If only you guys knew.
I know.
Will never be revealed.
Yeah.
I asked my guests if there's a tidbit, little something the world doesn't know about you from what's already out there.
A tidbit that the world, there's so much you guys
No,
know
I know.
about me.
And you said you're an open book, but not really, like a fairly open book.
No, like almost.
No, like I don't believe it.
What have people said in the past? Like, I don't know if there's anything that comes straight to mind. Something you may not know is I like love the Muppets, but I don't know if that's like exciting.
Wait,
That's not like
why do you love the Muppets?
I grew up watching them. I honestly think like they're some of the highest form of art. And like, bear with me, the Muppets sing. There's great storylines.
No, for sure.
They're Muppets. They're puppets. So like it's like the puppeteer, then it's also the musical aspect.
Wait, pause. Do you like frequently consume the Muppets for content?
No. Yes and no. Yes and no. Like I don't watch the Muppets very often, but like there's some times where I just kind of put in YouTube like Muppets and just like
and you just go off of that.
Yeah, I just really like the Muppets, but I don't know if that's like super exciting. I got a better one. Sorry, I'm gonna have like 10. I was a competitive gymnast until my growth spurt.
Oh.
And so I can actually do a back handspring.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, do it. But like, I believe you.
I mean, I have my growth spurt, so like the limbs will be everywhere.
Wait, so how many inches did you add in your growth spurt?
Like a foot.
Oh.
No,
yeah,
less than like 7.
How tall are you? 5'10"?
I'm like 5'11", yeah. I was like maybe 5'1" or 2.
Wait, and how quickly did you grow?
I mean, I like grew, my growth spurt like was not all of the 7 inches. So my growth spurt was like at the beginning. Okay, wait. So middle school, we went to 5'6". And I remember this because there was a boy I liked who was also 5'6", and I told him my growth plates were closed.
Your growth plates?
Because I wanted him to like me. It's like my growth plates are closed.
Wait, that's like a really cute line. Like,
wasn't true because my sophomore year of high school, I grew
chucked on an extra 4 or 5 inches.
3 inches, and then my junior year, I grew an inch.
So you lied to him?
I definitely lied to him.
Sounds to me like it didn't work out.
Because a relationship has to be built on trust.
Oh, wait, and you were fully just...
A relationship,
wait,
yeah.
So you're like a walking red flag is what I'm getting at.
1,000%.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm mostly an open book.
Wait, so do you have some like... let's talk dating for a second. I know we're not going to do that.
It's okay.
Because I need to pick your brain. Okay. We're both young, right? And I think
we're so young.
Like so young.
We're like children.
Like we're not, but... No, but we are.
No, but we...
Like compared to...
I just stopped breastfeeding last week.
Oh my... How was that?
Oh my God. It's just not the same. It's off the nipple. It's not the same.
No, I know. It's
not as fresh.
I wanted to say something, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
We're just children.
No, but right now we're like literally acting like children.
Yeah,
like, like I don't give us more than 12 years old right now.
Yeah. 12 and a half. And
12 is generous. Yeah.
Kids are always like,
yo, you remember when
like, I don't care.
Wait, no. Hold on. No. The 3/4 when I was young was really important. Like,
it was so annoying. It's like, listen, I don't care when your birthday is. Like 3.5 quarters.
I remember when I started thinking about this when I was young, I'd be like, what does 3/4 actually mean?
I know, because kids can't do math. Yeah. So it's like, how am I supposed to know?
Were you a smart kid?
Okay, actually, I was always getting good grades. I always got good grades, but I wasn't smart. And I think that is the problem with education.
Oh, no, hit it.
You know what I mean? Because they teach you to be like very obedient.
And you're not obedient.
And I am obedient, so I get the good grades, but I don't soak in the information. It's like anything I need to do to get an A, I'll get it. But did I learn? No.
Like, what do you think is the most important thing you learned in school?
Maybe like addition, because then I can split a tab. Like,
well, that
like
would be
I
division.
can tip.
That would be division.
Well, tipping is.
The tipping is. I would even say tipping is multiplication if you really think about it.
But how I do tipping is every $10 I add 2. So if it's like $32, I go 6. Round up to 7.
Wait, that's how you.
That's how I tip.
Wait, so you go.
give me a number. I'll tell you how I tip it.
Okay, so it's $47.64.
It's $47.64. So every $10 is 2. So I have $80, and then it's 47. You said 47. So I'm gonna add $1, so it's 45. So now I'm at $9, and it's 47. So I'll just go 10.
Wait, no way. This is.
I'll go 10. That's how I tip.
Okay, wait.
And I was a waitress for like 6 years.
Wait, this is how you this is how you think about it.
And I was a waitress.
Wait, I feel like
you're
adding like three steps to the PEMDAS right now. You remember You remember PEMDAS? No. Oh, they don't teach you that in Texas?
No, I think that you just actually learned. Like I just did whatever I had to do to get an A.
You know how like when you know the order of operations, like multiplication.
Oh, yeah.
That what'd y'all call it? By the way,
we called it multiply, divide, subtract, add.
No, okay. Wait. Wait, can I tell you? You remember how they taught us PEMDAS? Walter wasn't fucking listening either. God. Never
He's
mind.
just not a nerd. I'm just kidding.
Wait,
okay, how did they teach you PEMDAS?
Okay, so PEMDAS, it would be wait, I forget the acronym. It was to tell you no, this is like
because you had to multiply, divide.
No, this is very important. By the way, is it freezing in here or no?
No. I'm like always sweating on my armpits.
Okay.
No. As long as you're fine, I'm good. Like my hands are always cold, but my armpits are not.
It's the order of operations, PEMDAS, which stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Yes.
All right, no, I'm just really glad we got to this. Okay, so how I tip is it depends then
how. Do you move the decimal?
Yes.
Yeah, people do that, yeah.
But do you usually tip like let's be honest, like 15, 20%, 25%?
20 or more.
No,
I waitress for like a long
so you
time.
know that.
Yeah, it's definitely 20 or more.
That's why it's easy for me, like if you do like.
Do you tip your Uber though?
Okay, wait, can we talk about this?
Yeah. It's like kind of a bit. Someone recently was like, I tip every Uber, and I was like,
see,
oh my God.
I'm
supposed to be tipping?
I'm not gonna pretend like I've been a great person. I've never tipped, but it's okay.
I didn't know we were supposed to be.
I did once, but it's because I specifically love this human being. But the others, it's not. Yeah. The others, it's not that I don't think that they're deserving of a tip. I'm just like, wait, what? It's more like confusing.
It's like when $1 coffee, they flip the thing around and the barista.
Wait, this is the most egregious thing I've ever seen.
Every single coffee I get is $10 because.
Wait, no, this is a scam.
Because I don't know how to add a tip, so I just round up to 10. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm so stupid. Like of course I should be tipping my Uber, but I didn't realize
should you?
it.
Wait, no, be honest.
Like, no, I'm gonna start.
No, you're not.
Soon.
Like this is actually like
no, I'm gonna
if you do, you're sending me a screenshot next time you do.
I will because that will keep me accountable.
I literally don't believe you.
Well, I tip everything else. I should be tipping my Uber. I'll tip the coffee person. If they flip it around, I'm like, okay, you got $1.
See, no, but I think it's that new system. It's that new little software system that really fucked it for us consumers.
The iPad.
It's the iPad. And then the worst is if you say no tip, you're like doing it really discreetly because you don't want to be like that asshole.
They've got to know. There should be an alarm that goes off if you hit no. There should be an alarm that goes off if you tip because then it's like. Then it's worth it. It's worth the $1 to get like a validation of this person tipped.
Yeah, but in France, so I'm half French.
Ooh, oui.
Thank you, Caroline. They're like anti-tipping. Like
oh yes, I know.
Like fucking like my friend like when we were at a restaurant in France and the waiter had suggested like, oh, do you want a tip? And she was kind of being not too nice. She went off on it and I'm like, all right, relax. Like I thought it was normal. I was about to tip.
But they get paid like differently.
Yeah, but
because here if you don't like waitresses don't get paid anything. They just get paid to cover their taxes.
Were you a good waitress?
Oh no, I was so bad, and I'm aware that I was bad.
But like, why? What made you bad?
Because I was so like scattered brain and mentally unwell for those years. Like it was all of college and my first 2 years in New York because then the pandemic hit. So for like those 6 years, I was like in such mental distress because like there's no way you can be happy during college in the 2 years out of it. Like you can't.
Right.
You have to be sad. And so I just like my mind wasn't right. But sometimes I was like very charming and nice and people would like there were like 3 occasions in New York where someone just gave me a $100 bill.
No way.
And I was like, wow.
Wait. That's like
and that was like a big deal.
I mean, $100 bill. $100 is $100.
$100 is absolutely $100. You're correct.
Thank you, Caroline.
PEMDAS.
Wait, this is like such an educational podcast.
I know you're. Wait, okay. I have to tell you the line my Uber said when I got in the car.
Oh my God. Yeah. Baylor.
So you called me an Uber. Very nice of you. I get it and I said, is this Felix? And he goes, my name's Baylor. But he goes, and he was mad. He was like, no, my name is Baylor. But this Uber is for Felix.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Wait, I love his energy though.
No, it was like kind of
that's some bad bitch energy.
Yeah, it was kind of an
Wait, so
incredible.
did you like talk, fall in love?
Oh no, I got in the car and I was like, okay.
Oh.
I know, but I was shocked by that opening line.
Wait, that's actually brilliant. So wait, what are we supposed to say next time?
I was just like, oh, okay.
Damn, so he was a little aggressive with it.
No,
so, wait,
it was
hold
a
on.
crazy line to say.
I can. So, am I?
No, you have to
reviewing him?
tip him.
No, I'm him. No,
No.
Being rude to you like that.
Give
negative.
him 5 stars. Give him 5 stars.
No, we're gonna.
No, it was like maybe he like meant to be funny, but I was like, that is one of the craziest. Because obviously, I'm talking about.
No, for sure.
Why would I know your name, Uber driver? But
I mean, technically though, like it's on the app, he could think that like you were paying attention to his name.
No, that's so crazy.
No.
Is that how you guys get in Ubers? You guys get in Ubers and you're like,
what do you say, you guys?
Is this just
us New Yorkers?
everyone? Do you guys get into Ubers and look at the driver's name and
like,
say like, oh, is this?
No,
you say
Felix.
your name.
I'll
Yeah,
be like for Felix. Or...
Yeah, you'd be like, you say your own name.
No, fair enough. Okay, wait. I'm getting so sidetracked.
Okay, keep going back to you.
I'm just so distracted. Because I'm curious about your upbringing.
Oh yeah.
There's some things to unhash there.
Unhatch like an egg.
Unhash?
You hash out.
Oh, okay. No, thank you.
And then you unhatch.
I felt like something that what I was saying was
Yeah.
wrong. For the listeners,
Yes.
give us a little, like young Caroline.
What age is young Caroline?
That's a great point. When you feel young, like
well,
there's
this
the
is
baby,
like,
but
yeah,
then we don't.
No.
No, like you. So you grew up not like I did. I think.
Well, most definitely because you were in a city and I wasn't.
That. So wait. So first, because we were kind of talking a little bit before we started, Dallas-ish.
It's Plano. It's like a suburb of Dallas, but it's like a very large city. But it's like, no one actually knows it. But it's next to Dallas.
And it's like kind of culty. No.
No. It's a big city. Like, I know why you're asking that, but no. It's like a big city. Like we have like so many high schools. Like maybe at least 6. I was homeschooled. And that's where that's where that information. I was homeschooled. So I'm from like a big-ish city, but it's like, outside of Dallas.
Right. Okay.
It's not like New York.
So when did you start getting homeschooled?
The whole time until college.
Okay, see, this is what I was.
That's where you were confused. Yeah, it's my city was really big.
So K through 12.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Now, was this ever an option for you? It was just like parents were like, nope.
There was, to be fair, like I'm remembering this as an adult.
Right.
So like my oldest sister for her last 2 years went to like a hybrid school that was like a Christian private school that she went to like 2 times a week, and then the other days were like at home. So it was kind of like it wasn't accredited, which is like the crazy part about homeschooling your kids. It's like not accredited, which is like the only reason that affects you, like for those of you who weren't homeschooled, is that like when you're like a top student at like a public or private school, like in the 1% of your class, you get immediate admissions into certain schools.
Okay.
But if you're not accredited, like I only got in through my
especially
SAT
in Texas,
score.
right?
A score. Especially in Texas. Yeah.
I think like when you're top 10%,
you like get fed into UT.
Yeah.
So like if I wanted to go to UT as a homeschooled kid, it's like really hard. So like you have to get like incredible SAT scores, which like now like ACT and SAT scores, like people are finally being like, okay, honestly,
it's fucked.
That doesn't really, that doesn't really explain. Yeah. So finally it's like now like you can actually get through school for different ways. Right. Like instead of just like ACT, SAT, and like, college admissions. Right. You can get in other ways. But so my sister did. So I do think that would have been an option maybe if I had really pushed for it. But I pushed to go to a performing arts high school in Dallas. But it was, I didn't live in Dallas. Dallas is a really big city. So it, would be far away. I'm one of 5 kids. I am 4. So like my older sisters were out of the house. But it would have been hard for my parents. And I did like look up all the information. You needed a certain zip code. So they would have to like, rent an apartment in Dallas. So like, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't push like really, really hard. But I did like, feel around, and it wasn't really an option.
Were all of your siblings homeschooled?
All of them except for my sister, who went junior and senior year to that school.
Wait, so like were you guys all like learning together all day at home? Is that how it works?
It's like,
I'm gonna
yeah,
ask some
it's
really
kind of
dumb
weird.
questions
No,
like
that's
that.
not a dumb question. It's just very odd. So there's like very different, there's a lot of different ways you can homeschool. But they have like co-ops that like, you know, maybe like 100 kids maybe would meet at, depended on how big the co-op was, but like 100 seems like a lot, honestly. And we'd meet like all at a church on Monday, and from 9:30 to 11:30, one of the moms would teach them physics, the kids, like the juniors, physics. And then there was one that was like, and that was like really popular. Like you'd have like one day of school basically. Like on Monday, I'd have from 9 to 10, I would do geography. And then from 10 to 11, I would do this. And from whatever. And then as we got older, there was like this homeschool. One of the moms made this, honestly, like incredible business move on her part. Like girl boss, she solved the problem. She found all the moms that had like master degrees, and she was like, Mrs. Miller will teach physics from.
This is smart as fuck.
I know, it's really smart. She
Wait,
did
we
a
should
great
start a
job.
scheme.
No, it's a really you have to go to somewhere where like there's a lot of homeschooled kids, which I think is becoming, from the pandemic, pretty normal. But she like had an incredible system that she did. So like from 9 to 11:30 on Tuesday and Thursday, Mrs. Miller would teach like 50 kids,
Right.
not 50, but like, 10 kids physics. And then she would do that all day, and all the different kids in the area would take physics at different times.
Why did they want to homeschool you? Or all of you? Or most of you?
So that's also one of those questions where it's like, I'm younger. So I believe religious reasons.
Okay.
Like they wanted to, have like a Christian education, and the city that we were in didn't really have like a private school that was either financially or up to their standards. And so like, yeah, I think like maybe they would have been open to private school if things were different, but this is just, I know that my mom like did say when she started homeschooling us, she was like afraid she was like making the wrong decision. Like she was like, am I going to mess up my kids? But like, so yeah, basically like religious reasons.
So, but that's kind of like a full-time job. I feel like maneuvering 5 kids in and out
No,
of.
it's absolutely insane. It's crazy. Why would you do that?
Wait.
Why would you do that?
So, wait, but like socially, well, I guess you would see like the homies when you guys were all going to.
Okay, this is an also good one.
This was wait, tell me.
Well, we did sports, where was all of our socializing was at sports. We had a homeschool Christian basketball team.
Stop.
And where it gets even crazier is we played other homeschool Christian basketball teams. And there was one in Houston we played a lot, and one of their players went on to be in the starting 5 in woman UConn. Like she was one of the starters I think she's in the WNBA now. And another one of them is Justin Jackson, who I believe plays for the Mavericks right now.
Oh yeah.
So like
I know him.
It like is kind of an operation.
Wait. So like they're making stars.
No, it's wild. Like maybe not in my basketball team, but yeah, there's like some. It's like
so like they're going.
It's a monster.
They're going to.
No, it's like a big thing. It's crazy.
Wait, no, they're going to great lengths because they're like, oh no, my kids homeschool. Like.
Yeah.
Like
no,
this sounds
wild.
like a 10 times.
Listen, it's a lifestyle.
No, I can.
It's a lifestyle.
No, I can tell. Like this is like some.
No, it's a wild story. Yeah, it's a wild ride.
And you did this until you were 18 years old.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that like I think that even I didn't even realize until later. Like I wanted to do theater. Like what theater program? You know what I mean? Like you can't go to you can't try out for like the like school theater or like, your school play.
Were most of the kids normal?
No.
Were you normal? Like, were you like this, but like the 18-year-old version of yourself?
Yeah, I think I would say I would. I was on the outside for sure. I think on the inside.
You were struggling.
I don't know though, because a lot of high schoolers are struggling. Like they seem fine. And
well, okay, so like.
But I do think that they were like normal. Like I think I got to college and people were like, "Oh, you're normal," and I was like, "No, everything going on is crazy. Like I'm really trying to act cool."
But like, what goes on in the head of a weird way to phrase that?
No, you're
what
fine.
goes on in your head, like when you're kind of going through, I guess, adolescence and all those teenage years, while knowing that like this is not traditionally speaking. The majority of people are not going through your experience. Does that feel like isolating? Like, you're like, okay, like it is what it is?
I think that those thoughts only come from perspective. So I don't think I felt that way.
Right.
I think when you get to college and you see how everyone else grew up, you're kind of like, oh, like I feel like I'm weird. Like I feel behind. I feel socially like in some aspects not behind, but in some aspects like, yeah, no, I feel like weird and like, everyone else is like so like, I don't know, like experience. Like they've had like boyfriends and they've like made out.
So there's no,
you know
like,
what I mean?
So like, yes, like even that, like, was there more also because it was kind of Christian oriented, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I like really had any friends who weren't Christians.
Oh,
And
wow.
like I don't mean like casual Christians. Like I mean like Christians. Like
real fucking.
like yeah, like yeah, like yeah. Like I don't know if I had any like because I went to youth group and I went to school. It wasn't like I was close-minded. It was like where else would I meet people? You know what I mean? I go to youth group and I go to basketball.
Wow. That's like such a like I just find it interesting because it's such a different life than I grew
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's like crazy because it's like I feel so integrated now.
Well, yeah, because when I talk to you now, if I didn't know this, which I didn't right before, like to this detail, like you would have no idea. Like if the way that you are socially, I mean, I've known you for a solid like 14 minutes now. Like like you could have been like, yeah, I'm born and raised in New York, and be like, okay, yeah, where do you go to school? Like,
no, exactly. I think that even I like, and I mean, when it's you, like the things that you're saying, like, did you feel weird? Like, definitely. But I also think I don't know. If you had asked me this like 10 years ago, the response would be so different. But I think now we all feel weird. Like, I think we all like have our little things from growing up that are like, I'm different, right? Yeah. But I do think like the way that like you respond to this story is how everyone responds to this story. And so like, it is like, it's interesting. And so like, I think that almost like validates my weird kind of, you know what I mean? Because I think we all feel weird. And then it's like everyone being like, that's actually insane.
Did you resent once you started to realize how weird it is?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
did you have any resentment towards your family or parents?
Yeah, I think that like it's like an emotional, like you have to realize like they're doing the best they can. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I think that, like you can't like mourn what never was. But I do think like, I think I had a big hurdle to jump over when I got to college and socially. And I also went to like theater school. And so like everyone was way out there and everyone was like very like sexually progressive and just like progressive in general. And it was just like really overwhelming. And like, it's just a learning curve.
Well, it's also, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it, it's like the hookup culture of colleges, period.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh
and
my
then
God,
you come
so
from
scary.
like a very
even just like drinking.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Or even just like being around people 24/7 or like the way they dress.
That must have been a lot.
Or like, you want to know what else is like, I went to theater school, like I said, and when we had to audition for the musicals at the beginning of the semester, the musicals and the operas. And when they'd pull you into the audition room, they'd pull you in 10 people at a time and you would sing in this big room in front of like the director, like, maybe like 6 faculty members, 7 faculty members. And then the rest of the students would be sitting there, 9 people in a row. And we would all sing in front of each other, but it was like a big audition. Like there were like, hundreds and hundreds of people auditioning, but they would put you in groups of 10. It was a very beautiful school, like stunning facility. It was gorgeous. Like it's honestly more beautiful than the rehearsal spaces I've been in here in New York. Like it was grand. And like my first audition, I'm 18. I had only been in one musical before that. Like other kids like grew up being in musicals and singing in front of people. And like, that was like a terrifying experience. Yeah. Like, I'm sure it was for everyone, but it was like, I didn't grow up singing.
Right.
I don't know. It's like everything was overwhelming, if that makes sense.
And you just kind of had to figure it out for yourself.
You just got to do it.
Did you feel like you adjusted well? I feel like, I don't know.
No, I think that maybe everyone around me thought I adjusted well in college, maybe, but I did not adjust well in college.
I feel like you'd probably be very good at like faking it.
I think I definitely faked it. Like I think that maybe like some people who knew me really, really well, like maybe only 3 people in college, like who really, really knew me would be like, yeah, she was not fully like there with us. But I think overall I did good.
Do you ever think about if you ever have kids one day, like no shot for homeschooling?
I mean, never say never, but like no, probably not.
What do your parents say now in retrospect talking about it?
I mean, we don't really talk about it is the thing. Like it's never like, let's talk about how we grew up. Like it's like a done deal. Like it's over. But I don't know. It's a done deal. It's over. So we don't really talk about it. But I think like I also like, my mom didn't work. Like we were very fortunate that she just, quit her job when my oldest sister got like to a certain age. And it's like, that's not gonna be me. Regardless of financial situation, like, gotta work. You know what I mean? Like that's just my personality. Yeah, but we just don't talk about it. Like I can't imagine that coming up. Like, let's talk about how we were homeschooled. But I will say, when things do come up about like dress codes when we were younger, or women who were teachers that we like me and my sister like kind of have a vendetta against our like youth group leaders. And like when those come up, like we do not shy away. We're like, yeah, those people were like really fucked up, weren't they?
Why? Wait, give me an example. Like
they were just like, I mean, like
give me a good one.
Okay, I'll give you one, but like honestly, like not to be this person, but
no, be that person.
The podcast my sister's on, like the last 15 minutes, like there's a lot there. The last 20 minutes we like go hard on people I grew up. But like for example, like in our youth group, they were like, if you wear a tank top, like, or they gave the men permission, the boys, the children, the boys permission that if a girl like was dressed a certain way and she like made you like stumble, feel uncomfortable, that you could like call her out. Maybe not like publicly, like that would be inappropriate, but like you could like, talk to someone. They would
sit her down and be like, hey.
Yeah, or like talk to a leader and like go like tell her that she needs to change. And like I remember one vividly because like I was younger, so like maybe the way I'm saying it, but when I was younger, I remember them like getting on the mic and being like, this one girl, blah 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 blah. The way she dressed today really honored God, and it's like, well, she's wearing like cargo pants, like. Look at the way you can't see her shoulders. And it's like, we're in the middle of Texas heat. Like I'm tall. Like I'm not going to find long pants. And like, they were just, there was one time like my uncle died while I was at a church retreat and I was crying because it happened. And like one of the women in the youth group like took a picture of me crying, didn't comfort me, and then put it in like a slideshow of like, look at how moved all the students were at the like it was just like so. One time one of the leaders in the youth group like pulled my hair because I was on my phone, like full on pulled my hair. I like I was so shocked I started crying. I was like 17. I like went home, came back with my parents, like we had a conversation with them. And then I told another leader, like not like girls, like another leader. And then that leader who pulled my hair was like, I heard you were gossiping to like the other moms about me. Like, it's just crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like I could go on and on.
It's like worlds that I don't.
It's beyond.
Because it's also like, it's a mentality. It comes down to like the things that the actual physical like events are what they are, but it's the mentality that's just very different.
It's the mentality that's very different. And it's like also funny because like, I mean, I even had things in college with like, I had things in college where like professors, and I think there were a lot of kids there, maybe their upbringings were different, but like they were as naive as me. Like we had a professor who would like tell us to lose weight. Like he told me to get a boob job. Like these professors would like say these things.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
And I like stood there and took it. I stood there and took it.
He told you
no,
to get a boob
it's like,
job?
see what I'm saying? It's like beyond. It's like,
but that's also just like, period.
Sexual harassment and weird.
Wait, hold
also
on.
just weird.
That's also just not like like I'm from a small thing. Like that's just
no, that's like weird. But like the thing about it is like when you're
is he like did we get him canceled and fired? And
no, I mean I've tried. But I think like the thing about it is like I don't know. It's interesting because it's like day to day you don't think about this. Like I don't think about that like the weird youth group leaders who were like not nice to me in my youth and made me feel weird for wearing a tank top.
No, that's
But then you like think back on these stories and you're like, what? Like, you know what I mean?
That's actually fucking insane.
No, it's insane. I know. And I'm sure you have like
I can't relate on like
well, I think some of it's like sometimes I think like more people comment on girls' body. Except I will say that people are really starting to comment on men's body. Like
they
like the height stuff and things like that. It's like
no, they really violate the short
I don't want
kings.
it to swing both ways. I want it to just stop. You know what I mean? But I am saying like
really?
I like
no,
you know what I mean?
It's so hard being a guy. No, thank you so much.
It's like so hard being a man.
Like being a straight white male is so difficult.
But like anytime I put like a question on my Instagram, like I immediately regret it because like all the comments are like, you ugly, like fix your body. Like,
wait.
Like I get so many comments like that.
But aren't these supposed to be like stoolies that are
No, of course. Like they follow Barstool Smoke Show. Like what they have to see is some fake titties.
Oh my God.
That's what they like are literally like fake titties, please.
They literally live for that shit.
They live for it.
What a world.
No, what a world. I think like
but see, at least you have character from it.
Definitely.
It builds character.
It does. And like, you don't think about it.
Wait, so some of, because now I'm just thinking about some of, what was I rewatching the other day? I was watching a good lot of PB and Slay.
Oh my God,
Got a few. I was trying to get a little dose of different episodes. Man. And then I was watching your Barstool Idol.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very well done.
What did you watch? Which parts?
I just watched, no, for the Barstool Idol, I watched the, I pointed there because I watched
I know, I was like, where is it?
Imagine when you start playing
That's a lighthouse. That's a gorgeous stock image.
It was the one where you were there. I guess there were multiple. Maybe it was like the first or last. I don't know
was
how
it the
works.
keyboard?
You were playing the piano.
Yes, that's the first one. Yeah.
And which looked very. Speaking of like guy girl dynamics, very intimidating. It was like 10 of all the Barstool dudes.
You know, they
and
actually
you're singing about like dicks, and I'm watching this. I'm like, she has honestly like respect, because like I don't know if like I could do that in front of.
You want to know what's weird? Actually, this is a question for you. I feel like obviously there's like a thought like that men are funnier than women. Like it's like a very common thought. And then there was this TikTok going around where it's like women characterize people who are funny as people who can make them laugh, but men characterize people who are funny as people who laugh at their jokes.
Ooh.
And I feel like, and maybe this is like me internalizing, but I feel like it is so hard as a woman to be funny in front of a guy. Like my girlfriends, like I got them giggling, but it's really hard sometimes. And like when I bomb in front of like men, it's not that I care more that it's guys, but it feels like it's like so weird. Do you feel that way about women? Or no? Like
No. I think so. I'm trying to think how. I think it's interesting. What I've noticed, I don't think I personally pay attention to it. Like, is like how much the gender plays into the level of funniness. But what I do notice though is I feel like you guys almost have to prove that you're funny before, like more so than a man, like a guy comic would have to prove that he's funny.
Yeah, and it
right?
also
so it would. So I don't mean to.
Not me interrupting you. I'm sorry.
It's like I think like when I watch female comics, you can almost like. Or like if I'm at a comedy club, right, and it'll be like alternate between female and male comics, it feels like they unfortunately have to like almost prove themselves before you can kind of like the guys in the room get comfortable to say, oh, she's funny.
Yeah. I also think it's funny, like you said female and male comics. It's like, no, it's female comics and comics. You know what I mean? Like I've never heard male comics or like male comedians. Right. It's always like female comedians and comedians, which like, you know, that's like not point. The hill to die on for me, although I do think it's like interesting. Yeah. I think like I don't feel necessarily that way in front of a crowd always. But I also do a lot of musical comedy, which I think like helps a lot. But I do feel that way around male comedians. Like I'd go to open mics and like some of their friends are doing jokes and it's like, this is garbage and you guys are laughing so hard. And then like I would go up and do some of like my maybe still like some of my best jokes and like no one laughs, complete silence. And it's like I'm sorry, like that's not true. And like maybe you don't find me funny and that's definitely fine. But I feel that way a lot in life. Like I feel like that was the thing about Barstool that was really scary, was like all of the guys are so nice. Like I have not like, you know, nothing to write HR about. But it is like, you know, especially since like they had it with the Yak, which like I think it's so funny that they had it with the Yak and the Yak is so great. But there is one girl in the Yak now, Kate, but like there wasn't then. We actually talked about it at the end of Barstool Idol. I don't know. I think Roan like asked a question about it, but he was like, you guys didn't interact with any female talent at Barstool during Barstool Idol. Like, how do you guys feel about that? And it's like, I mean, it was great that they acknowledged it, and also like, you know, I don't know, like I got the job. Like I'm not right. I don't think that there was any like sexism there, but it was just daunting to be like all of these boys. Like,
well, I think it's also interesting to your first point, because like even when you're talking about TikTok and stuff, I feel like I've seen a bunch of these TikToks where it's like there's a lot of guys that are like, they'll make TikToks about how like whichever ex female comic is not funny, you know, and you would never see that like they would never make a TikTok about how like ex
Bill Burr
is not funny. Like
Yeah, and I think like also, you know, there are benefits from that because I think like the industry is more interested in female comedians because they want to level the playing field.
Right.
And it's like, oh, like maybe we could add a female in here and maybe like success is, you know, a little bit easier if you're in different flavor that Netflix doesn't have 1,000, you know what it thinks of. But like like I feel like, you know, it's hard to make, when I was doing open mics, like I felt like could not make a friend. Like could not make a friend.
Well, I think it also sucks that the first thing that they're looking at is your gender as opposed to how funny you are.
No,
because like who the fuck
1,000%.
like a funny joke is a funny joke. I don't care if it comes from like anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Completely agree.
So like I think that's kind of what I hope would change. It's like let's judge you first on how you are as a comedian, like male, female, trans, whatever.
Definitely.
Other like that's secondary to the actual art.
Definitely. And I think like we experience life so different between like gender, race.
Yeah.
So like, you know, my life experience, even if like my personality is very similar, my life experience is going to be very different than like a black trans man.
Right.
Like we're just going to have very different jokes, honestly. Like any sex jokes are going to be crazy different.
Okay, but I would also argue though, in a lot of ways, I feel like at the end of the day, even if it's a black trans man, if it's a good joke, you guys are both equally going to laugh at it, and you guys are both going to relate to it in a different way.
Completely agree. I completely agree with you. Like a good joke's a good joke, regardless of who said it or like where it comes from. But our perspectives on life will be different, and like if we're talking, you know, sex jokes, the sex jokes will be different and come from a different place. And I think that's why it's like really boring when shows are stacked with the same type of people, regardless of what that person is, like regardless if it's like an all-female show or like, you know, any show in New York where it's like all guys, because I think it's really boring because it's like, well, we're just gonna hear, I mean, different personalities, different people, some people have mental illnesses, some people whatever, like, well, they're all have mental illnesses. What am I saying? But it's
isn't that the prereq to be a comic?
No, literally, you have to be an insane person. But like you know, it's you know, I'm not gonna write the same joke as like a you know, trans person, and I you know, probably, I don't know, it makes a show way more interesting to have a lot of diversity on a show.
When did you like want to break into the comedic world?
Oh, what? Like, I don't know. I think that I didn't realize that I knew that I always wanted to be funny. And I did like improv in college and like stuff like that. And I tried to be funny, but I didn't realize that like I loved SNL. I loved Tina Fey. I love Amy Poehler. And I just loved comedy. And I took a class my senior year where a bunch of people wrote this is how you know it was theater school. We wrote like inspirational things to each person in the class. Like if there's like 15 kids in the class, you wrote 15 letters. Yeah, it's crazy. And a lot of mine said, you're going to be on SNL one day, even though I didn't like do any. I think that people just thought I was funny when I talked. Like I remember one time someone was like, you should do stand up. Like when I was just like, I took on the role as the entertainer in conversation, but I never like, you know, I never booked a funny role in college. I don't think the teachers thought I was funny. I never wrote anything.
Did you think you were funny?
I think there was potential. I didn't think I was like killer, but I knew when I was killing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was also best friends in college with the funniest person.
Oh, really?
Like I was best friends with the funniest guy on campus.
What's his name?
His name is Casey, and he was like killed. Like any room, it was like, Casey's here. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, give him the microphone. Yeah. So I think like, you know, living in that shadow of like you're best friends with the funniest person, you're always gonna be like, oh man, I wish I could like. But then 2020 when like, you know,
there was a pandemic.
There was a pandemic in 2020. I don't know if you heard about it.
No.
It didn't happen in Texas. I mean, but
That's true.
we were messed off. But when 2020 hit, I, you know, was like, well, I'm rereading Tina Fey's book again. I do want to be on SNL. Like that is a dream. And like my other dreams that I was pursuing, which was like musical theater and like acting, like, you know, obviously they're all at a halt. There's no way to like do that. So I just like, you know, got bored and started making videos and doing stand-up.
And then, so after college, you said, I'm living the dream.
I'm living the dream.
I'm going to New York City. I'm doing this shit.
Yes.
With a plan or no plan?
What do you mean by plan?
So like where you're like, okay, I'll do this. I'm gonna do this for a year, and then the goal is like that in 5 years, and in the meantime I'll be working as a waitress to
I guess that's
fund this goal.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't. I had a soft plan. Like I think like when I moved to New York, I was like, okay, I'm gonna waitress. I'm gonna audition during the day. I'm gonna waitress at night.
Do you know anybody here?
Yeah, there were kids from my school who also moved here, but like no one who like lived here for more than like 2 years before me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna audition in the morning, waitress at night, and I was like, I'll just get something. Like I'm so ambitious and I work so hard, like I'll get it. And okay, I have a really big tip. If you're like in your 20s, you have so much energy. I'm like 26, I'm not like old, but like 22 to like 24, you have so much energy. Do not waste it on the like, I wish I was writing then, because it's like you got to make your own stuff. Like no one can tell you no. You're your only person telling you, like your show. No one can tell you can't have a show. You have a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wasted all of that energy I had in 22, 23, and 24. Wait, no, 24. I turned 24 in the pandemic. I wasted all that energy like auditioning for musicals and waitressing and going to like classes with casting directors. And it's like, I wish I had wasted that like making videos and doing stand-up. Because like no one could tell me no. You know what I mean? I feel like I could be further.
And then, well, so, because I can already tell like the ambition is, it's vibrant. Like, have you always been this kind of ambitious or hardworking, or?
I think I always knew. I don't know. I think I've always, no, I have no idea. I think I was always hardworking. But it's like kind of the thing, like I would always get an A. Like, I don't know if I said that on air
Yeah,
or
but
not.
there's like, I know
it's
people.
Like I'll always work to the goal.
Yeah, but I know people that always wanted to get an A, but their ambition was a little bit limited in terms of like they didn't shoot for the stars. They shot for the A that they knew they could get. They didn't shoot for like the A plus 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 plus.
You know what I would say? I would say I don't accept defeat.
Yeah.
I would say that that's the difference. I think that there's people who are a lot more talented than me. That I think there's people who actually work harder than me. Well, there's definitely people who work harder than me. There's definitely people who are more talented than me. And there's people like, I think the only difference is like, I don't think I'll ever accept defeat. Like, I think I'll be here.
What would defeat look like?
Like, I don't know, just being like, you know what? No, like, I think I'm just going to be cool with whatever I was given. Like,
I agree. That's like, I think that's when you die.
Yeah. But also it's like kind of when you start living, maybe, because some people are like, you know, I wasn't supposed to be an actor. Like, I was supposed to be a salesperson. No, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think that
I was supposed to go back to school and get my master's and now teach philosophy. Like, that's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, but it feels like then you're settling for something you don't actually want. How do you figure out what you actually want?
No, I know. No, I completely, exactly. Because like you saying that, like, well, then is me stopping auditioning for Broadway? Is that settling? Because now like I don't do that. I mean, I eventually will do it again because like that's like my dream. But do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's like I think life leads you down a path. But if you want to be on another path, then get off the path you're on. Like, what are you doing? Turn around.
And I realized too, it's like sometimes you just gotta put like, this sounds so corny. Holy fuck.
Go for it.
I might throw up.
Okay.
But like
don't do it on me.
No, I won't. You're a little far.
Yeah.
No, but I kind of feel like sometimes when things feel extremely daunting, it's just like you got to put like one foot in front of the other. You know, like that's like it sounds so corny, but like that's really that. Like I don't know. I feel like in the things that everything that I've done, it's always like I don't know. You have to start somewhere. You know.
Yeah, I would say like that. That is it. I think like you don't have to do a lot. You don't even have to like do more than anyone else. You just like have to like do something
or
scary.
Do a lot.
You want to know what actually is corny?
Tell me.
Do something every day that scares you.
Oh my god.
And so that is like kind of what I'm getting at.
So what did you do today that scares you?
Let me think. I put on my story. Okay, so I like make a lot of funny songs. That's like my shtick.
Yeah.
But before that, I made a lot of like serious, sad, like I'm really sad. Called the police. I'm so sad kind of music. Like straight up, like, is this girl okay? Like get her on medication. And I wanted to start doing that again. Like I feel like I listen to Taylor Swift and I'm like, wow, like that part of me is still there, and it feels like I'm not feeding it. But now that I have a quote unquote platform, I think it'd be really embarrassing to like start making music again. That's like, sometimes I look at the stars and wonder, why was I born? Like, you know, it's like so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I'm still writing that music. I produce my own funny music. Like, it's not impossible for me to make music. It would just like cost, you know, it would cost me time. But I put on my story, I was like, are any music producers around? And I'm making steps, like doing the thing that scares me, which is posting like sad music.
What, like, so SNL would be like the dream? Okay, wait.
It'd be one of the dreams. There's a lot of dreams.
Hold on. Can we manifest a little SNL right now?
Okay, yeah.
How do you manifest? Like, let's do like a. You just like sit there and think about it.
No, I don't think that's how you Is that how you manifest?
I don't know.
Do you manifest?
Like I try, but I don't know if I'm ever like. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Okay.
I don't think there's a wrong way to do it.
Okay, so let's try one way.
Okay, what's the way? Wait, why don't you teach me your manifest? I'll teach you my manifest.
Wait, but I don't feel like I have like one manifest.
Well, how did you manifest this the studio?
It's a fucking headache. The studio. How did I manifest? Okay, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Now I can give you a good answer. I really wanted to use specifically this space. I won't reveal why, you know, but one of the reasons of where it's located.
Yeah.
So that people don't come in.
It's right next to a really great place where you could get storage to take places. That's why.
Exactly. That's super, super descriptive.
It's so great.
I don't know why he dropped you off there, but anyways.
No, the Uber basically just dropped me off at like a random storage
and I was like,
store.
wait, I think she's getting kidnapped. So I kind of was like, I need money to do this. Yeah. And so then I was like reaching out to sponsors or past sponsors. And then I was like, I just need one. So I wasn't like, I sat down and was like, but it was more like, okay, I just need one to say yes at this specific
You only
rate.
need one. That's
and
it.
then we can figure out the rest. And that's kind of how it worked. And then literally like, I was going through like I don't know, I was just kind of going through a little existential crisis, and then I get an email and they're
Every
like,
day of my life. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, well, this was like
not doing well.
No, I feel you. Yeah. We can talk about that in a sec. But and so then it kind of like, I got the email, they were like, hey, yeah, we'll do this. And then that sponsor, that really like without them I couldn't have done this. So that in a way was like, I guess, the manifestation. Like if you sit there and you think about it hard enough.
Yeah, I don't know the people who sit and think about it. Like I think it's similar to you. Like you need one yes. And I think like it's funny the yes you get, because it's like not the yes you would have ever thought. Right. So like I feel like I think like every audition I did when I was like trying to audition was like me being like, hey. I think like, you know, there was a time earlier this year that I bought like a thing full of agents and managers and like emailed them my 5-minute stand-up set and emailed them all my information. Like those were all of like, you know, me calling the sponsors. I've applied to a lot of jobs at a lot of media companies that also do like original content. None of them as big as Barstool. Like none of them as good as or would pay me anywhere near what Barstool pays me. So I'm happy they all said no. And so like, yeah, it's like all of those things too. Like those are my versions of that. And then you get your sponsor. Like I got Barstool, and now it's like everyone who didn't say yes is like, what's up? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Now people are setting me up with like, you know, their managers. Now people are like wanting to like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you, where I honestly admire you is like, I think not enough people in our age demographic, or I guess people in general, I think they struggle a lot with hearing all the no's. Like whenever that's what I try to tell, like,
I'm not immune to it at all.
Like it gets to you.
Yeah, but you get used to it.
Yeah, but see
it's
that
like a cold shower.
That enough. You take cold showers?
No, I've like tried. They're so painful. I can't get used to it. I can't get used to it.
Wait, whenever I see these videos, it's like wake up and take a cold shower. I'm like, literally, no. I'm gonna take the warmest shower.
Let me tell you, I was like so depressed like this summer, like really sad.
Down horrific,
really bad. Like, and I am some like I'm not like ugh, I was sad. Like no. I was like really down to it.
Was there a reason?
No, just share? Like, you know,
just
clinically depressed. I was so bad, and I went to the beach and I ran into the cold ocean. I was fine. I'm telling you, a cold shower.
Oh, so this shit works?
It really works. And I saw this girl too who takes ice baths every day during winter to keep away like her seasonal depression. It straight up works. During winter. Yeah. So actually, the cold showers I highly recommend.
Wait, so have you? So you?
No, I don't know. Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Wait, so like you just wait to get down real low, hop in the ocean, come right back up, or take a really quick.
I like forced myself to get in the water, but I just am saying.
Did you run into the water?
Yeah, the cold showers. All I'm saying is they do work. I get why people do them.
it was that quick, and you felt it like mentally. You're just like, okay, we're back.
A little bit, yeah. It's like a workout. It's the same thing people say about workouts. Like run a few miles and like you're like, whoa, like I feel way better.
But I think back to my, I mean,
that was so random.
No, but to my point, I think what I think is amazing about just hearing your story is like there's a lot of people that I know that I think are really smart and really talented. The one area that they might struggle with is more like when they get a no or they get a rejection or any type of obstacle, then they just kind of pivot a little too much and then they kind of like stray away. And I think also like, it's so corny because everybody says it, but like I do think like the whole social media thing does play a role where it's like you see your friends succeeding, right? Or like, and I feel like even at being at a place like Barstool.
It's all a lie.
Oh, 100%.
It's all a lie. Every time I've ever... Finish what you're going to say.
Well, because like I feel like even, I would imagine, even at Barstool, as seemingly amazing as it's been for you, which is awesome, I think it could also be hard when you see like a coworker or someone else indirectly, not because you're like that of like, oh my God, why am I not like that? But more just like every day, it's like the constant comparison, the numbers.
It's like, why do they have so many followers? I think like followers is like...
It's so corny.
It's the problem with followers is it puts a number on your worth.
Right.
And I think like it's actually like I get followers also like without like followings, you know what I mean? Without like your following, I'm sure like, you know, sponsors would be harder to get. And so like I definitely understand like and also like those people built that following. Like the people at my work who have a lot of followers, they built that and I totally respect that. And I think that's amazing. But it's really hard with following because we do put our self-worth on it. And there's like one of like the most popular musical comedians right now who has a Netflix special. She doesn't have that many followers.
What's her name?
Her name's Kat Cohen. She has very popular. She has a Netflix special. And every time I look at her Instagram, I follow her because, you know, I obviously want to follow her, like the biggest musical comedian female right now. Like truly, like she's a big deal. And like she doesn't have many followers. And it always blows my mind because it reminds me, I hope, there's no way Kat Cohen's probably going to hear this, but like, you know, she doesn't know me. But like it reminds me that like, I'm not really chasing after followers. I'm chasing my dreams. I'm so inspirational. And she's like a great example of that to me. Like she's in rooms with incredible people. She's in movies with like straight up movie star. Like she's doing incredible things. And it's like, she's not caught up on the social media aspect of it.
So then what's your metric of success or not? Is it just based off of gut feeling of how you feel about yourself?
No, I wish it was. That would be so much easier. I think it's more of like, wow, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest, like money is a big part of that. Like the financial freedom that I have from my job now is really life-changing. Like it's not even like I make a ton of money. It's more of just like the fact that like not having to have another job.
Right.
And also like not even thinking about rent, things like that. You know, I'm working really hard on a podcast. I don't have time. I can get some Uber Eats. Like, you know, that is incredible success. I really sound like a really weird person for saying that, but that is just probably the biggest like weight off my shoulders, just as someone who like did like waitress and nanny for so long. But I think like if you feel like you're doing everything you can, that's like actually like realistic for your like end goal, your 5-10 year goal, like I think that is success. And even if like you're not reaping that much benefit out of it right now, like you will.
But like how do you gauge? Do you equate happiness with success?
The success that I just defined, yes. Okay. But I do know that there's people who are successful who are unhappy. Right. But they're like, you know, maybe they're financially successful. They're, you know, famous or something like that. But you definitely can be unhappy and be famous. But I find it hard to believe that you're unhappy and creatively fulfilled. That's what I meant. What I was explaining before.
Unhappy. Okay.
Creatively fulfilled, I think, is successful.
Do you feel like you're creatively fulfilled right now?
I think like I have been. And right now I think I'm like 80% there.
But what is that? Why 80%? What?
I think I've let some of my passion projects and some of my like, not even passion projects, some of my like projects that I really want to get done, I think I've ignored them to get like more things done productivity wise. So like I think like, I mean, Christmas is a part of that too. So I think like, I feel like a little bit of lack of inspiration right now, but like when I'm like writing a lot more, like I feel like that feels creatively successful.
What would you?
Not that I know anything. I'm not even like successful. I just feel like from my point.
Well, no, but I think that a lot of people can look at like you and say, okay, so you've only been at Barstool for like 4 or 5 months, right?
Yeah,
5, 6.
July something, 10th maybe.
Like you're going out and doing it. like that's where you have to give at least yourself a little bit of credit there
success,
too.
Yeah.
Right.
Going
like that enough. Like the feeling of like laying on your pillow and like feeling tired because you were working, for me personally, like I think that's a good feeling.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
definitely
okay,
do.
I just grinded my ass off. Good.
Yeah, or even just like being proud of something. Like, yeah, just being like, you posted that and it's like, doesn't even matter how many views you got on it. Like, you're like, I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like, I don't know. If you clip this and I look like a CEO, I look like a boss, girl boss, I apologize. If I'm like, this is the key to success.
Wait, no, this is good. We'll make you.
You do not clip me to make me a girl boss. But I will say, like,
Why
from
not?
my time.
You don't want to be a girl boss?
No, I am a girl boss, but
Yeah.
I can't let the world know that.
Oh.
It's like a secret.
You're keeping it like low key.
Yeah.
No, but like you're giving away all the secrets right now.
But
there's like some girl
what I
in what's the town that you're from?
Plano.
Plano,
Texas.
Plano, Texas. There's a girl right now who's homeschooled in Plano, Texas, and she's listening to this.
Oh
and
my
she's
God,
like,
no, she's not.
And
There's
yes,
no way.
actually, no, her parents are probably like feeding her like Christian Bibles, like
as a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yummy. There was someone I was like on the yak one time talking about like my Christian basketball team, and like someone did DM me and was like, I played at the other Dallas Christian basketball team.
Oh my God.
And was like, it's so funny listening to you. And it's like, it's crazy to think like, I don't know, you probably feel that way about your alma mater. You're like, wow, there's people there right now who are like,
yeah, but your alma mater is cooler than my alma mater.
wow, that is quite a sentence. I mean, it's a good story.
It's definitely more interesting.
But it's only because it's different. Like, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's actually cooler. It's more, it's like when something's
Okay, fair.
different, it's like, oh, we want to hear that. Like, it's different. You know what I mean?
It's just like I'm sure that there's not a lot of people that were within your crew of homeschooled kids that are now living in New York City at a media company making content,
Yeah, like none.
or even like the New York City part.
I don't know if there's anyone from my high school who lives in New York City now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
My
and
little
that
sister lives here.
That alone. How old is your little sister?
She's 23.
What does she do?
She is in computer sales. Yeah.
Is she girl bossing?
She is a girl boss. Yeah. She bosses so hard. Like a girl.
Wait, how many? So you have it's 5 of you.
There's 5 of me.
Where
There's
5 of
5 of me. I'm a basketball team.
Wait, so the other 3 are
My older sister lives in Austin. My second sister lives in Spain. And then my brother also lives in Austin.
Spain. Where she just went. She was like, I need to get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
she
Plano,
loves to
Texas.
travel. She's like, I gotta get out. She travels a lot.
She was like, these sickos over here in Texas, we're out of here.
Yeah,
We're
she's
going
like,
far.
Bye. Yeah.
You don't have any Texas accent, I was thinking.
My dad has a Philly accent though, so like there was a lot to. But none of my parents are from Texas.
Do you say y'all?
I
I've had a weird
to.
obsession with y'all recently.
I used to say y'all. I don't say it anymore.
It's a fantastic word, yeah.
Yeah, the way you said that was like very like
Yeah.
European. Like it's a great no. That's what you said.
Because
it's a fantastic word.
one of my friends went to school in Scotland, and
Yeah.
he came back with some of this. We both like
I know.
we adjusted at the same time. He came back with all this like British English slang, and then when I get comfortable, I just start using it because I've been with him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. No, I know what you're saying. I think like also like what podcast you listen to like says a lot about like your lingo. Like we like really do copy each other. Like the way we talk. You know what I mean? Whoever you're around is how you talk.
No, I know.
And
It's
that's
like,
why you can't hang out with people who like say bad words.
Oh.
Like, you know, the type of words I'm talking about. Like
No, like
bitch.
No.
No, that's not what I meant. You guys knew what I meant.
no. Tell me, Caroline.
Yeah, like those words.
Those words.
No, seriously though, like you can't. Like you copy the lingo. Yeah.
No, side note though, I was just thinking because I didn't want to like bring it up, but I kind of wanted to bring it up
Okay, go for
because
it.
you made a joke about it like earlier. Did you see?
Did I see?
And this happened just a few hours ago while I was recording something else. This new Kanye got worse today.
Okay, so
Okay, no, like before. Okay,
I
wait.
didn't see all. I didn't see
Can you
all
want
of
to watch
it.
together?
Okay,
It's bad.
I saw him on Alex Jones, and he says every person has something good to add, especially Hitler.
No. Well,
Clip that and make it look like I said that. No, I did see. I guess I saw that clip. It was
wait.
like
Is this
10
the tea?
minutes.
Caroline likes Hitler.
10 seconds. Oh my God, no.
Sorry.
Could not be
Okay.
caught dead with
Wait,
Hitler. Seriously.
Hold on. That was a bad joke. It was bad. It was
No, it's bad.
It was like, see, like there's other things you can say, like you can maybe try to find a little. This was just like I watched it with Walter, and I was like, dude, this is bad.
It's bad. I think like it's also interesting conversation but Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. Well, I think R. Kelly, we're kind of like, obviously we don't listen to his music, but it's an interesting conversation. Like, do we listen to these people's music still, or are we done?
Okay, wait. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Like, you won't judge me?
Yeah, go for it.
Michael Jackson, I mean, bangers.
No, I know.
Fucking
And he's not even alive anymore.
No,
so it's not like he's getting the money, but I personally am so turned off. Okay, honestly, the one, Kanye West is going to be the hardest one. He had the best music by far.
God. Wait. Real talk after today. Be honest. Not because there's a camera. Are you still going to listen to Kanye after today?
That's the question I'm asking. I kind of don't know.
Can I be honest?
Oh, you want to know what? I'm not going to listen to anything new. I'm not going to listen to anything new.
No, but you're going to listen. If
it comes on at a bar and I'm not like,
oh my God, sounds like Kanye.
If it's like Kanye comes on. No, while I was at Sephora, they were playing Sometimes Love Knocks You Down.
Oh, yeah.
But Kanye has the, what if we blast off to NASA? You was always a cheerleader of my dreams. It only seemed to date. What if, and we can't listen to Kanye anymore, but what if I rapped all of his verses?
Oh, then we could listen to it again.
And we could listen to it again. And it's like Taylor Swift
might
re-record albums.
Wait, you might.
You know how Taylor Swift re-records? What if I re-recorded all of Kanye's music?
Hold on. This might be the solution.
Yeah. So like how Taylor Swift re-records all of her albums, I'll re-record all of Kanye West's albums, and then you guys can all listen to Kanye West still and feel totally. I won't say the N word though.
No,
I won't.
No, of course not.
I would never do.
But then it's you, and then you get all the money, and then you're rich, and then we're in your mansion,
and then you can listen to it because you're like, it's a girl. Like it's a girl. We're like supporting a local artist. She's a female. She's not an industry plant. And also, I want to say, I would never say the N word. And one time I got an audition, a year ago.
They wanted you to say it.
It was for a no. Seriously, this is real.
This is so interesting. So what did you do?
Okay, so it was for Viacom. It was like a sketch. It was like for Comedy Central, which like obviously like should be right up my alley. I should be like, yeah. But it was like this like skit where like they needed me to say the N word like 5 times, and I was like, I'm not auditioning for it. I was like, I can't do that.
Wait, so they expected you to say it
in the audition and then record it. And then, like, it seems like it was like,
wait.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was like, am I getting punked? Like, is this a quiz? No, and I emailed them and I was like,
you were like blonde white girl.
No, yeah, that's what they were looking for. They sent it to a bunch of actresses.
And then that was the script.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
No, I know.
Viacom, okay, I know.
And you want to know what? It didn't even pay that good. It was like $500. You want me to say the N word for $500?
Literally dance on the street for like
$10K. I'm just kidding.
1 million. I'll say it once. No.
Get me good for life so I don't have to work anymore because I'm not gonna get any work.
Wait, no, but that's insane.
No, it's crazy.
Wait, you know what's crazier? One of my let me be careful how I phrase this. A really good friend of mine.
My ex-lover.
No, it's not that. This is a brutal one. I hope she doesn't listen to this.
You can always cut it out.
I know.
If you don't like it, yeah. I like cut out somebody so much of my podcast.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what this. I know somebody who works at Viacom in the censorship department, and I know she would never ever ask anybody.
It was a Fenty Beauty.
Oh no, so she's not. She's on more of like but she does.
It was a skit by Viacom
about
Fenty Beauty.
It's so crazy because she's on the Comedy Central side too.
You should ask her. I could find the script for you in my email.
That is wild.
No, it was crazy. It was like the sketch was. I mean, like,
wait, someone's trying to set you up. Maybe an ex that you broke their heart.
No, it was like from my agent. Like my agent at the time, like sent it to me. It was a skit, and like you know how Fenty. Well, you might not know this, but like Fenty Beauty is Rihanna's brand, and the big thing about Fenty Beauty is it comes in every shade.
I knew that.
It comes in every shade.
Not the every shade.
Because especially for like dark skinned women, like there's really only 2 like black shades for foundation. Yeah, like I am her. There's only like 2 like foundations for like women with dark pigment on their skin, and like if you have very dark skin, you have to like be okay with the caramel color that doesn't match your skin. You know what I mean? There's no shade for you. So Rihanna had like it was a big deal. Rihanna made this thing, and the skit was like Fenty Beauty N-word collection, and if you get stopped by the police, you could put on this white color and it would make you white.
There's no way they did this.
No, I can send you the script.
Wait, I'm so curious. I really want to see it. But
it was like if this was the Chappelle show, that's one thing. Yeah. But to have me say it, like what are you think? Like if Chappelle was saying it and like white chicks, that's fine.
Oh, of course.
But like me, you want me to do that for $500? No way.
And your agent thought this was a good idea?
She's just all about that check. You know what I mean?
Respect the hustle, you know?
I respect her hustle, yeah. All about that check, yeah. No, like how, like
No,
you have to,
that's
I have to record that?
That's terrible.
Like I have to set up a ring light. I have to put my phone on the ring
And you're
light.
like, okay, here, let's.
I have to click
and then
record.
you have to get into it too.
And then I have to, yeah, and then I have to act it, like, and I have to memorize it. And then I have to, like, that is what, like, there's so many steps to say no. You know what I mean?
You're like, damn, for $500.
Yeah, I was like, just go find a drunk chick at some college bar, like in Florida.
Did you see
She'll
that one?
do it.
Did you see the one in Kentucky? That was bad.
Is that the girl who said it like 100 times?
Oh my
And
god,
she was
that
like trying to hit her.
Oh my god, that was so. I saw this on maybe TikTok or something the other day.
I mean, I hate to say it, she'll be fine.
No, apparently
She's got a school, but like time will pass and she'll be fine. That's that's
great. You got to be so fucking stupid.
You gotta be so dumb.
Like,
and not to say it, but like for it to come out. Like when you're drunk, you have no inhibitions. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you'll drunk call an ex, you'll do anything, but it's like have that word. Like you were saying that while you were sober.
Oh, 1,000. Well, also,
like, come on.
Like,
because that's not in my vocabulary.
No.
And I listen. Megan Thee Stallion was my number one artist. So you know I hear it.
Well, of course we hear it. But yeah, no, that you have to have some conditioning to have been comfortable saying it before.
Just like two white kids talking about the N-word. You know what I mean?
Wait, this is so bad.
Yeah, it's like kind of embarrassing. But I will say, yeah, it's insane. That girl, like, it's just like, it's like a rotten kid. You know what I mean? Like that is a rotten kid.
Would you if like that was your kid? What kind of conversation do you mean? It's a tough one.
I don't know what you do because you can send them to those military camps or whatever, but you see the Paris Hilton documentary?
I don't know. I haven't seen this yet. Is it really good?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like there's like this school that they send their kids when their kids are like really bad and they like abuse the kids. Like it's very sad. And it's like a school for like rich kids who are like
wait, so this is where Paris Hilton went?
Yeah, and they like abused her and it was really terrible. Now she makes this whole documentary about it and like there's this whole movement and now people are talking about it. But it's like I don't really trust like one of those facilities with this. I think like you like, I don't know, obviously college didn't help and college is supposed to be a great education. I think you just like fully cut that kid off.
Oh, you just disown the kid.
I mean, you still talk with them, but you're like, you know, I was paying for your education and you're getting nothing anymore. Like you're kind of trash.
But something tells me if the kid's like that, there's something in the parents too.
Oh, 1,000%.
So
totally.
Sounds to me like the parent would just probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Is that
I
just like don't even know what I'd do.
What kind of mom do you think you'd be?
I think I'd be like.
Do you want kids?
Yeah. I want kids. I think like unfortunately, I nannied a lot.
I feel like you'd be a great nanny.
People did. I wasn't.
Oh my, they probably like.
I was a critically acclaimed nanny.
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
No way.
I had kids all over.
I hope your rate
all over these 4 boroughs.
No way.
Boroughs. How many boroughs are there?
You were in. There's 5. But
5. All over these 5 boroughs.
Nope. You didn't nanny in Staten Island.
I did not nanny in Staten Island, but otherwise, yeah.
Because I feel like you'd be the nanny that like cracks the jokes, caring, but also just.
I think I'm like warm, but I'm like you know it. I really don't like disrespectful kids. Like you can't be disrespectful. Like I think I'm kind of strict a little bit.
Oh, so you're.
A little bit, but I'm like
you got like really excited when you said strict.
I don't know. I think like there's no telling what kind of. I don't know. I just like can't imagine. Her parents were definitely saying the N-word. That's how she got there.
Or,
you know what I mean? Like it really blows my mind. But I think that like, I'm very like, I love like being like sentimental. So I think I'll be like very like warm and sweet. But I'm actually on parenting TikTok right now.
Oh, really? You're on Parenting Talk?
I'm learning about gentle parenting.
Is this TikTok trying to send you a message?
A message, maybe. It's like this idea that like if you're mad at your kid, you don't like yell at them. You like basically like have to, there's like no manipulation. Like you almost are treating the kid like an adult. You're like, this is what you did and this is what was not okay. And like, for example, like if a kid is like crying or throwing a fit, it's the same thing. Like
I love this on your For You page. I
know. Well, I do too, because I think it's interesting. Like it's the same thing. Like if a kid is like throwing a fit, like you don't comfort them. Like you be like, hey, listen, how are you feeling? Like, why are you screaming right now? Is there something you need? Like you just like basically like almost treat them like an adult.
Do you scream when you're mad? You don't give me that.
It takes a while to get me mad. And then once I'm mad, like you've done fucked up.
When's the moment you were the most mad ever? No ex pissed you off?
No, not like, I mean, I think people have pissed me off, but like not like that mad. I don't know when the maddest I've ever been ever is. Oh, I had like a really annoying roommate who made me annoyed. made me mad for sure. And I like have been mad at people. But I'm trying to think like when I was the most mad. It's almost like like I get really, really mad. And to ever, like if I talk to someone, like if I vent to you about Walter.
There's a lot.
I was really afraid I messed up your name, but I didn't. Walter? Okay.
And there's a lot that you'd be pissed at Walter about, right?
Yeah. If say I'm mad at Walter, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to like rip Walter apart, like to pieces. Like you'll be like, wow, you're kind of scaring me right now. And then to Walter, Walter's dead to me.
Oh, he's just dead too.
I don't need to blow up at Walter. In time, he's going to realize what he's done.
Oh.
He can't call favors.
That's low. That's honestly maybe the worst.
No, you're done.
Because you're gonna look at that person like they're like dead meat.
No, you're done. Like you.
So Walter's dead to you?
Yeah. Sorry. So like when I have friends who like I've gotten that mad at.
It must have been brutal.
You can't repair it. I don't even need to yell at you.
Oh, that's the worst.
We don't, and I only do it when like I'm really done. Like it's not a misunderstanding. It's not something we have a conversation. You know, like someone does something that's bad. They talk to you, you talk it through, and then they do it again. Right. And you're like, hey, you did it again. Oh, I'm sorry. And then they do it like a third time. Or they like lie to you multiple times. And you're like, there's no fixing this. There's no fixing this. I can tell that this pattern is done. Then you're done. And you're done. You're done. Like you're done. No amount of time. Nothing. You can get back in.
Really?
One person's got back in. But it was because we're not even really friends anymore. And it was because it was like a boy. And like, I was just really upset. Like, and like, we're friends, we're friendly. But like, any like ex-friend, like, no, try. I promise you can't.
Have you noticed a difference in people from your past resurfacing now that you're at Barstool and you're doing your thing and you're girl bossing?
Oh, people who like unfollowed me from college refollowed me. And as soon as they refollow me, I go and unfollow them.
I love your level of
pettiness. You know what I mean?
No, that's like A1
like
pettiness.
You unfollowed me because you didn't want me around.
Right.
And then you followed me because I got on Barstool. Like, I'll unfollow you. That's no biggie. you should have just not followed me.
Wait, that's savage.
There is one girl who followed me back, but I like allow it because...
Do we need to kill her?
No. Like, she's sweet. She like comments nice things on my page. No, I'm like cool with her.
No, we're going to kill her.
No, I'm really... Don't get me up started because I will. But no. I'm cool with her. Like, it's fine. She can follow me back. But
did you follow her?
I never stopped following. That's what I mean. Like they don't.
Oh, so this is the only one you didn't unfollow?
Like I don't. Like yeah, the people from college are my friends, and then like all of a sudden I realized they just refollowed me. I'm like,
fake bitch.
I know, but no, not a lot. Maybe like during Barstool Idol, a few people from high school like messaged me, but like not a lot of people.
Do you keep a close circle here? Do you feel like a true New Yorker? You really do give me New York vibes, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
I'm
a
New Yorker.
Too, because we love our New Yorkers.
Yeah, I don't think I'm leaving. I feel like I'm a New Yorker. I think ambition is a big part about being from New York. Even if like you're not ambitious, like you don't want to be like famous or own a company or anything like that. Like New York people just like work hard.
I have a question for you. When you were going through that down period this summer, did you feel like your ambition left? Was that part of it?
No, I think it sometimes makes me sad because it's like I feel down, so I can't get what I want accomplished, and it's like, but I'm like, I still want you to be here. Like, why can't you be here? Like, you're the ambition never goes away. It's more of like the confidence goes away because it's like, why aren't you doing this? Like, I wanted to do this. Why aren't you doing it? I'm never like, I guess this is gonna be my life. It's more of like frustrations in the fact that I'm not.
So it's always internal frustrations.
Yeah. And external, but like I don't ever feel like it's not like I'm gonna give up kind of thing. Like I'm frustrated. This might not happen. Yeah. I feel like it's not gonna happen. I'm really upset, but it's not like, okay, well, I guess I'll give up. It's just like, this is really annoying. It might not happen.
Other than the cold water, because I'm curious, what got you back out of that?
I mean, medication is always a plus.
Do you feel a true difference?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna start like medication for like mental health stuff, and I'm sure your doctor will say this, it is a journey.
Really?
It like takes a couple of years.
Different medications.
They call it like
doses.
cocktails, which is like so gross to say.
Yeah.
But it just like, it takes a while. You have to be on something for a month to see how it feels. If it's bad, you have to change it. It takes like a while. It takes like a while. I think it took literally 2 years.
Of just trying different.
Yeah. And then you'll find it, and then like you get better, and then it's like, okay, well now I'm gonna get off this thing that took me 2 years to find. So yeah, it's like kind of, so I think like it's not something to take lightly, But like if you really need it, like do it.
Right.
But I think working out is good. I think like making a plan of what you really want in life and then like prioritizing those things. I think like cutting out any toxic people is good. It's better to be alone than be with a bad friend. I don't know, all those things help.
Did you feel like comedy, like have you been doing more comedy recently post COVID?
Oh, I started in COVID.
Right. So then since then.
There was like a moment like my first few months at Barstool that was like I didn't really have time to like I get like booked more on shows now that I'm on Barstool, so that helps. And Barstool is comedy, I guess.
Did you feel like the comedy though is also an outlet just in terms of keeping the mentals good?
Yeah, I think creating.
Yeah.
I think creating. If you're a creative person, like even in Taylor Swift's like MAA, is that AMA, American Music Awards? Is that what she just won? She said like, I found that the more music I made, the happier I felt.
Right.
And the more people listened. And so I just kept making music because it made me feel happier. And I think that is like a creative in a sense.
Right.
I feel like the more you create, the better you feel. It's like creative constipation. You just got to keep going. If it's there, you got to go. It's a faucet. That's how I feel about it.
Creative constipation.
Yeah, I coined that.
Wait, that's pretty good.
Isn't it kind of good?
Wait, if you ever start another podcast, that's
creative constipation. It's a horrible name. Almost as bad as PB and Slave. But no, I feel like it's. I do think like the more, if you're a creative person, the more you make, the better you feel.
I agree. And I think also though, in general, you have the right mentality about keep going. That kind of mentality.
You just kind of got to keep going.
Hey, but that's. I don't take it for granted when I meet people like that though, because I think that it's tricky in this climate or in, I guess, this age to have that true mentality. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people our age struggle with this. And I think at times I've struggled with it as well.
I think it's delayed gratification. I struggle with it too.
Right. And we're all looking for the instant.
Yeah. Especially like with social, like it's like, I'll be like, why am I feeling so sad? Oh,
right.
I haven't gained like 1,000 followers in a while.
Yeah, but and then you're like, why? Like, that's so dumb.
It is so dumb, but
that's.
I don't know. It's like just your brain. Like we have to just learn to be okay with it, I guess.
Is there something that you kind of wish more people could understand about you that you maybe feel like you struggle to convey?
I think that any comedian might feel this a little bit. I feel like there's always going to be someone offended. If you have a good joke, someone's going to be offended. And I wish that there's a lot of people on the internet that don't understand that a lot of what I do is like satire. Like it's kind of crazy sometimes. Like the comments.
Yeah, they see it.
I'm like, what is? You're an idiot. Like you are crazy. Like I made this one video about like an American Girl doll conspiracy, and they're like, not her thinking American Girl dolls are real people. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So I guess like something that I would. I think that like I am like a nice person, maybe that like I care about a lot of like if I make a joke about women's rights, like obviously I think women should have rights. Like if you can't take a joke or if you don't find me funny, that's not if you can't take a joke or if you don't think my joke is funny, and maybe the joke isn't funny, but the joke is not a reflection of who I am. Right. It's a reflection of like my art and me trying to be funny. It's a reflection of my mind a little bit, and not like my mind and what I believe, but like where my mind goes.
Right.
But like if someone makes a joke about gay rights or something, not that I've done that, but it doesn't mean that they don't think gay people should have rights. Like I think that that's people on the internet do not understand comedy, and like get off the internet if you feel that way.
Fair enough. For you, now that we've manifested, well, do we even manifest? Wait, hold on.
Oh, I think I was going to tell you how I manifest.
Yeah. How do we get off of this?
I make lists. I have a 5-year list, 5-year plan, but some things happened, and so this is 1 year in.
So what on the 5-year list happened 1 year in?
Fully creatively employed. Not living with a crazy roommate.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Very happy, good relationships. There's no one in my life I don't want in my life. And like around creative people. Some things that didn't happen.
Yet, it's a 5-year list.
Yet, but just for this year.
Okay.
Something that didn't happen was I wanted to be like auditioning more for like TV shows and things like that. And that didn't happen, but I don't see that as a loss because I like kind of have like a name a little bit around like New York and comedy, like through Barstool and stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of better than like being a no-name person auditioning, at least for me, in my opinion, because I have an audience. So like, you know, everyone has different routes, but personally, like, it's like, yeah, I didn't achieve that, but I achieved something else, which was like having people care about who I am.
Also, I feel like that in the future is going to help as well. No.
Yeah. So like, it's like, that was so European again. So like, yeah, no, exactly. So like, that's kind of like my point. Like I didn't achieve that, but I achieved something else.
And when you think about, so what are the other ones on the 5-year?
I want to write a musical. I don't need it to be on Broadway. I just want to write a musical.
We can manifest that for like the 7th year.
Kind of actually closer because it doesn't have to be a big production.
I'm saying the Broadway. Like,
oh yes.
Right, we can.
Oh yeah, the Broadway's on the list.
That could be on like year 7, year 8.
I want to work in television. I want to be on Broadway. Which I feel like a little kid saying, but like, you know, you can be it at any age.
Yeah.
I want to make more music. I'm so like, Barstool's such an incredible place to work. Like I can't even begin to talk about like how creatively open they are and like how much they don't breathe down your back, and like it's really free form and there's not really any structure in that sense, which is a good thing. So I, you know, now that I have this, it's like, well, I want to like use that to its full potential, not like use it and move on, but like use it, like, you know what I mean? Like have a great show, make friends, make good content, you know, like you know, Barstool gets a lot more views than a lot of TV shows. So yeah, like I mean, that's like obviously it's my job. Like it's my main focus. It's the thing that's like doing the most for me, and like something like I like don't ever see a point in leaving, kind of in a way. So like I also have other dreams. Like I want to do Broadway and stuff like that, but I think like there's so much to focus on right now with that.
I'm thinking SNL's coming in.
I kind of feel like they're not.
No,
I think I might.
Whoa.
Not that I don't want them.
I
don't want them, but I kind of think that like they're not. I don't know if they will, and that's okay.
No.
Okay, no, they're coming.
No, we're deleting that because that didn't exist.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm thinking SNL for you. Let's give it between 4. I'm thinking between years 4 and 6. So it could be year 5.
It could be year 5. I mean, you can come back. What is something you're manifesting?
That's a really good question. I don't even think I've thought about this. Well, no. I mean, there's like a bunch.
It can be like a 15-year goal. It could be something like very far in the future, but just something that you've like got your eye on.
I think that what I've learned is the moments where I'm happiest, I guess professionally speaking, is when I'm working really hard, but I'm also like truly working for myself.
Yeah.
When I can pick, like, there's no better feeling knowing that I can stay up till 3 a.m. tonight and work if I want to. There's no better feeling for me knowing that like if I stay up till 3 a.m. and I want to, like, if I need to sleep in because I'm pretty tired, I can sleep in a little because I've now like created the life for myself professionally that I can kind of set my own schedule and I don't have to answer to anybody. That I feel like is the dream on a bigger scale, like then find more success with that. And then, you know, divvy up like, okay, do I want to do, for me personally, would be like commentary for sports, right? Or like whatever it might be. But yeah. I think just being able to be my own boss truly and then be successful at that. And then also because I can do my own thing on my own schedule, then allow myself to go into other realms of interest that I have.
Yeah.
I think that would be like true, like what you're saying, even when you were saying about like the financial freedom part, right? Even on a smaller scale, being able to like order an Uber Eats because you're busy and you're tired, but like actually having the possibility to do that.
Freedom.
That is like, that I think is really, is not talked about enough. You know what I mean?
It's
just
not talked
like
about
people
enough.
say like, oh, it's so nice to be your own boss, but like actually being able to live and on your own schedule
and like be living off of your own creativity,
being off of your hard work too.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that like for me, like I've worked my ass off for multiple years now. So, and being able to like say that with full confidence.
That's an incredible feeling. Like I completely feel that. It's like it is the biggest, like, kind of like when you talk about like, oh, I'm like, I haven't really done anything. Like I'm nothing, like I haven't achieved great things. Like I do have a lot of people's dream jobs and it is a dream job, 1000%. But like, I don't feel like I'm qualified to be like, this is the key to success. Like, am I successful? But that freedom is, it's like you made it when you have that freedom.
But I would also argue that the reason, like you not feeling like you've made it is the reason why you're successful right now and will continue to be successful. And I think that that's like that's a special trait that you have.
Yeah.
And I like
not being like impressed by yourself.
Well, yeah. And I think that the day it's more like the example I want to give is more of an off-air example, but the day that you feel like
so many secrets.
No, I know. The car ride back to Manhattan's been crazy.
Oh, we got so much to talk about.
No, but like I think the day that you feel like you've made it, like I always tell myself, like I'm fucked. If that day ever comes, I'm fucked. And like sometimes if I have friends that are like, oh, you're doing so, like, you know, in a very complimentary way.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate, like, literally it means so much, but they're always like surprised when I don't see myself. Like, I'm like, I don't do like.
There's like moments where I do get a glimpse of it. Like, for example, I'm going somewhere and I see like other people I went to school with are working like, not there's anything wrong with this, but like they're working retail or something like that. They're like classes above me and like they're working retail or they're doing something, they had to move home, they can't like afford their rent in certain area of the city. There is moments where I'm like, damn, I'm killing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that sucks, but like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, well, I just spent $100 on dinner tonight. What up, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I literally just bought $300 pants. I'm sorry. Like, there are moments like that where I'm like, I am so cool. Or like when a celebrity DMs me, like an old
give me the tea.
Celebrity crush DM'd me.
Can you say who or no?
No, I don't want to say who because like we're gonna go out and get married. So like I can't say it, but like literally an old celebrity crush DM'd me.
Damn, that's so hot.
And talk to someone I know about me. Was like,
she's so hot.
Yes, and I was like,
no.
I was like, I'm never gonna brag about this on the internet because I'm not a little bitch. Like if you clip this, I might not even put it on. If it's too descriptive of who it is, I won't put it on my story. Like, like you can say celebrity crush DM me, but if you say that someone else talked, because they'll know. No, then they'll know. Be like, you talked about because only only way happened once.
Wait, hold on. But you can say this.
I DM'd back. Yeah.
Did you entertain it?
1000%. What was I gonna do?
Wait, so hold on. Yeah, we can't.
No. There's like nothing I can say, but I will say that like there's moments like that where it's like, bitch, like all these fucking losers like at my high school, at my college, like they ain't got these people.
You know what's
in their
funny?
DMs.
You have as like I can tell you're extremely kind, but then I feel like you also, and I love this. You have this. Where I'm honestly the same. Where
listen,
I'm like,
I'm an Aries. I'm just kidding.
No, ew, I want to kill you. No, but I'm like the same where it's like no, like be humble, like but like.
That's the part of ambition. You can't. That's a little New York.
Kind of sucks. Like. What you up to? You know what I mean? Like
no. You moved back with your dad?
No. Stop. We're actually the worst.
No, we are. And also, I want to say, we're saying that, and like, just to like clear our names, I'm well aware that things change. Like, I'm well aware that next year I might be moving with my dad, and you might have celebrities in your DMs. I'm aware of that. But the difference between that is like, I'm going to keep working so that doesn't happen. Some things happen. Sometimes you get fired for no good reason.
When this comes out, I think we're both.
We're like done. We're done.
So,
but and like I know, like you know, it's like literally that Frank Sinatra song. Like, one day you're at the top, the next day you're at the bottom. That's life. Don't. Sometimes you're riding high. You're running high in April, and you're down the month of May or something like that. That's real. But it's not like someone who didn't work hard is all of a sudden gonna be in my position. Like, sorry. Okay, you sit on your ass. Like, bye. Okay, cool. You're so impressed with yourself. Like, you're not. I'm not worried about you surpassing me. No offense.
God, I love it. We're such assholes.
I think it's a part of it. I think.
I love how we've been trying to act humble this whole time, and then we're just like being assholes.
Listen, I don't listen to Kanye. I'm not an.
Back on Kanye. Yo, this guy, he's down horrific. You know what? The life lesson here is. The life lesson here is like, man. I think he just really misses Kim. He's doing this all for Kim. No, I genuinely think he is.
Well, like what a hard month it's been for Kim. The Balenciaga stuff.
Oh yeah, no,
that was bad.
That was not
and now
great.
Kanye.
No, I think for Kim. No, I think that Kanye's just down horrific about Kim. Like think about it.
Did you see their divorce settlement?
Oh my, $200,000 a month in child support. Wait, all right, hold on.
And he has to give her his house.
And he's already like broke right now. Like
so she does not need it.
Wait, well. Obviously, she doesn't need it. Also, 200 grand a month in
follow
child
her?
support on what?
On Instagram?
I think so. Yeah.
You've got to watch her stories. They have been.
Oh, I definitely don't watch those.
Her stories
They've been amazing.
incredible.
Oh my, no
she
way.
She put her bathroom. If she put her bathroom up, she has like her bathroom is a
Is
glass.
like her toilet the size of this room?
Oh yeah, she has like one of the walls to her bathroom is all glass, and she's got greenery that's there, so like you can't see. It's just like trees, but they're all decked out as Christmas trees. And it's beautiful. Wait. And then she has a piano player come every morning to play Christmas tunes while the kids wake up.
You could be that. Hold on.
I could be that. No, it's crazy. Go look at her story. It's like very peaceful.
Wait, but no. But don't you agree? If they were still together, this he wouldn't even be talking about the Jews.
It's honestly Kim's fault.
No, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Kim is to blame.
I agree. I 100% agree.
It's really crazy. I don't listen to Kanye.
Next time you're here.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
What's life going to be looking like for you?
Is it a year from now or is it like?
I mean, whenever you want, whenever you hit me up and you're like, hey, miss you, want to come back on?
Oh man, you got to give me like something, like a certain time.
Okay. When you hit your 30s.
Oh my God.
Not that will, no, hopefully.
In my 30s.
Hopefully we'll get you on before then, but.
Yeah. In my 30s.
That's getting old.
Yeah, I would like to just continue the path I'm down, I guess. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm already, like, I don't feel like young. I don't feel like I'm old. I'm not old. But like, I don't like love going out and I don't love like getting drunk and like, so it's like hard because it's like I feel like a lot of times people are like in my 30s I'm gonna like chill out and it's like I'm already chill. Like my high is like being proud of myself.
Yeah.
I guess. So I feel like just wanting to be proud of myself more. I mean there are things like I could say like I definitely want to have like a show of some sort that's like, you know, I obviously have my podcast and I love my podcast, but something that's like, you know, sketches or music or both. Like something with like some storylines that's, you know, has acting and some production in it. TV show, even if it's like a very popular show with like YouTube with Barstool, like all right, let's go. Like that's hard to do. Like not a lot of people have like the successful shows like that. You know, like Shane Gillis's sketches, like that is 1 in a million he's doing. Like he's incredible. So something like that. Something visual, but with also like with music. And I also want to be performing live a lot.
I can see that for you. Like
I do stand up you know, a couple times a week, but I want to be like really like a full, like I want a show. Like I want that musical. You know what I mean? In my 30s. Like 30, I will already have a musical by then. Like I'll already have a musical 100%. In a while. But like performing live musicals on Broadway.
Well, I have no doubts.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
And I wanna thank you for taking the time, for schlepping out here to Brooklyn.
Love it here.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I have no doubts you're gonna keep fucking crushing.
You too.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram @Felix.Levine. And if you have something to say, please leave a comment.